Hey, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? It's me, the host, Saint of the Wrestling Wire, and coming at you live with yet another episode. So, listen, can it get any more goofy? Do we know what's going to happen at Mania? No, it still hasn't shaped up, still hasn't checked out yet. We still don't know what's going on with WrestleMania. All we know is Cody Roman, and I'm okay with that. You know, you got this thing, it's called the journey, right? The journey's the experience, man. Getting to the end of the line is getting to the end of the game, and that's where the payoff is. Payoff's at the end of it. However, the journey to get there is normally the enjoyable part. Now, some people like long journeys, some people like short journeys. I prefer to hop in a plane and get my ass to my destination as quick as possible. Other people, they like to drive the long way. Now, I've no shame in my game. I've driven 15 hours or better, 17 hours in a shot straight to Texas or straight from Texas here or straight from here to Florida Keys and back or whatever. It's just part of the game. But listen, I have no clue where they're going to go with this thing with The Rock. I really don't. I'm hoping it's going to do something cool. Metal Geek, what is happening? He's got a show busting out here in about a half hour or so. So be sure you're checking him out. Uh, like I say, I'm not sure where that journey is going. I don't know where the story's going to go, but I'm going to be watching because it's the most interesting story that's currently going on. There are several stories out there that are worth paying attention to and worth watching, worth trying to figure out. That's one of them. Bar none is where are we going from here? Cody Rhodes, Rock, Roman. It's that journey. That's one of the top things. I don't think it's gonna be Rock versus Seth. I think that's dumb. No, no. Rock versus Seth versus Cody versus Roman. What are you smoking? No, no. Listen. Put the drugs down, please. Um, speaking of drugs, that's not why my co-host isn't here tonight. It's not because of an AA meeting or anything else. Last week we did a bit with let me rephrase that. I did a bit and I didn't tell him anything about it. That was all me. What it boiled down to was I was like, well, I was told that I need to be more excited when I'm on air. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll be more excited on air. No problem. So I went and grabbed a thing of, I don't remember, pancake powder, pancake mix, some shit. And I acted like, it was drugs or whatever. And I acted stupid doing the rest of the thing. I did it for a gag. It is what it is. So it was a gag, and that's why we made the post that said, "Hey, drugs are bad. All right, we don't condone the use of drugs. We're trained professionals, and this was some bullshit. This show is 98% bullshit. It's entertainment. It's not made to be. This is not Sports Center of fucking wrestling. That's an overplayed thing, man. We can talk wrestling, in any way, shape, or form. But I don't plan on being the next anybody. I plan on being the first and only me. So that's why I do things just whatever I kind of feel like doing that day is what I do. Um, it's kind of the benefit of running your own show. Keep that in mind for anybody that wants to run a show. Definitely do it because it's going to be different than mine. 100%. Uh, Elliot Poston is on. Look, if you haven't heard this guy's new single, The Country Way, you need to go check it out. Single is awesome. Um, Listen, and Elliot, if you asked me what my favorite part of it was the end. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking. I'm joking. I am really not the biggest country music guy. Um, so I'm a terrible person to ask when it comes to country music or anything like that, about the song. It's a fine song. That's all I can give you. I can't give you anything more than that. At any rate, listen. If you haven't been paying attention to TNA, you're not doing yourself any favors in professional wrestling. Uh, some of the better wrestling is going on. Who cares that it was taped? It's been taped, and you still have a hard time finding the results. That's what's crazy. WWE or AEW's taped or anything, the results are dropping everywhere. TNA, nobody cares to say anything about it. So it's kind of like it's still fresh. But like right now, they got Kazarian and Jake something going at it. This is fine. Good matchup. There you go. It reminds me of the old school ECW, late '90s ECW, and I that was my jam. So I'm liking this. Jamie Boland, what is happening? I don't know what's going on, honestly. Just kind of here talking trash and talking about anything pro wrestling. Speaking of AEW, I made a remark. Make that remark? I think I did. A week or so ago, I was watching, Dynamite. Um, and my wife happened to look at it, and she goes, "Is this old? Like, was this a couple years old? Is this video from a couple years ago?" I said, "No, it's live. Why?" She goes, "Isn't that dude like 60 or old? Isn't he like old?" And I was like, "Yeah, Sting's in his 60s. Why?" And she goes, "What the hell is he still doing in the ring?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know. They pay him. I'd be in the ring too if they paid me." Uh, it's a thing. You can still do this at that age. He still does fine. I'm not a fan of the Young Bucks, so it did me no favors to see the rest of that. It does me nothing to watch them in the ring. That doesn't help. That doesn't help me want to watch their product. Is seeing them wrestle. Mm. But yeah, all all the big TV companies are kind of just moving along at a nice pace right now. All storylines are firing good. I know last week or the week before I had a lot of good things to say about AEW. I don't this week. I didn't watch enough to care of it. That's the best way I can put it. I just didn't watch enough of it to care. Did I see things? Yeah, I saw some stuff. Did I care? Nah. It really don't make a damn bit of difference to me. The only the only caveat to things like AEW, man. AEW, I give them credit for being out there. I give them credit for trying. They really need to try something different with their market because their arena sales are sucking. So you got to find your hidden gem markets, right, to make money. This this would be where you could say this is more of a sports center thing than an entertainment thing, um, or satire, whatever phrase you want to use there. But you got to move towards your demos because you could do Rampage at dailies and save your ass a ton of money and still sell tickets. Yeah, you got to make them free. You could sell tickets to dailies place. People would flock to that or Collision or whatever. You could do all that crap down there in Florida and you'd sell it out because people want to be there because it's a bar vibe. It's a venue like that. It's a vibey venue, Let's put ourselves over and being Sting's last match. Yeah, right. Let's put ourselves. That's it. ROH at dailies, dude. I don't care what they do. I don't care what they do, but do something different than what you're doing now. You know, Impact or TNA is going to feel it soon because there were certain markets where they were going to perform well. Anthem didn't want to go, and they're going to see that because if you start taking them jokers to certain places and they get to having their shows and they get sellout crowds or they get big crowds, they're going to be making money hand over fist, plus merch sales and all the commissions and things like that. Yes, it costs a lot of money to run a show, but yes, you can make your money back. For Christ's sakes, you got to know that there's money on the table. You never leave money on the table. That's one thing in business, man. You never leave money on the table. If there's a chance for me to go somewhere and make some money, I'm going to go make money rather than perfect thing to put it to you like this. Let's say tonight there was a show happening at 9 o'clock bell time or some shit. I'd have gone on live earlier in the day while I was driving to the venue. Oh wait, I've done that before. I've been on air right before going into the venue to do, ring announcing. Been there, done that. I've I've done this shit from wrestling shows where I'm being paid. It does not matter. If there's money on the table, I'm going to go make money. And a lot of these guys and ladies out there are going to do the same damn thing. They're going to want to go get paid. Getting paid is where it's at. Okay? 100%. Let's see here. TNA hasn't come to New York in a while. Well, man, I don't know what to tell you about that. But listen, I'm not long for this world tonight. I've got a busy ass weekend ahead of me. I can tell you where I'm going to be Friday. I can't tell you where I'm going to be on Saturday. There are a few great wrestling shows occurring on Saturday. The best thing I can tell you to do is buy your ticket and look for me. That's it. Buy your ticket, look for me. That's it. If you want to know where I'm at for Saturday so fucking bad, buy a ticket, come find my ass. That's it. That's exactly what you got to do. Buy a ticket to come find me. But where are you buying a ticket at? Well, I don't know where you're buying a ticket at. There's realistically two places I would probably show up on Saturday, but I'm only gonna be at one. I'll give you a clue. I'm not leaving South Carolina on Saturday. There you go. That's all you're getting out of me. Saturday, I'm not leaving South Carolina. Friday night, I am. Do you know why I'm leaving Friday? Brian Scott, what is up, Brian? How you doing, man? Because Friday night, XWW presents Love, Hate, Tragedy. It is their pay-per-view. We're going to be live in Charlotte, North Carolina. We've got Treehouse Lee, Bobby Valentine, and James Johnson for the U.S. title. We've got Saeed Al-Sabah, J.P. Lehman, and Jordan Holt for the TV title. We've got Whiskey, Business, and Bad Magic for the tag team title. We've got Quest versus Mandy Mack. Now, here's the funny thing about this one here. If Quest wins, Mandy Mack loses his shares of XWW. He loses any control. All of his control of XWW goes away. And if Mandy Mack wins, Quest is fired. Commissioner Quest gets fired if Mandy Mack wins. Huh. Now, also on the line, the XWW heavyweight title, we've got Psycho Boy Fodder and Matt Sydal. Dude, you can't tell me that's not a stacked ass card. That is going to be an awesome show. I can't wait for tomorrow night. Look, ready for Steel Cage Massacre. Yes. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow evening. Dude, awesome. That is cool. Be sure you say something. We'll I'll have to try and stop by and say hey or whatever. I'll be there. I'm pretty sure I have a couple people with me. No merch available yet. I got to restock, so there's that. Let's see here. So that's all Friday. Now, Saturday, like I said, there are two different shows running that I would potentially be at. One's in North Carolina, one's in South Carolina. I'm not leaving South Carolina on Saturday. So, can you tell what show I'll be at? I don't know, man. Buy a ticket, look for me. Coming up in February, we have got Extreme Warfare coming. This is at Carolina Beer Temple in Matthews. This is going to be a good time as well. This one is normally covered by David, but it's March 2nd. Lucha Madness. Oh, it's NRLL. Next, Revelation Lucha Libre. So they'll be coming into North Carolina. Be sure to check them out. Or if you're in the area, come on out March 2nd to Welford, South Carolina for AWL Champions Collision. You got 4 tag teams competing, tournament style. One team walks out, new tag champs. Triple threat match coming in for the vacated AWL heavyweight title between Antonio Morgan, Don Furio, and Curtis Coleman. Jackson Sane is on this card as well. Big Nasty's in there. Chris Fix. Dude is going to get intense. This has actually been pushed. Stranglehold released a statement the other day, and because this place is being held at the National Guard Armory, and there are some potential issues with a war getting ready to, occur, or potentially or possibly going to occur. This is being moved to September, but all the people who had already signed up and paid have already said we're good. Move it to September. We're fine. So that's how it's going. If you're interested, please follow through. Get a hold of, scpowerhouse@gmail.com. It's going to be some good shit there. Let me go ahead and catch up on comments, and then we will talk about this. Let's see here. You can let Psycho Love have your table spot tomorrow. Yes, I can. I will. I will gladly let them have my table spot. I'll be at the Blue Eagle Saturday night in Clover myself. Got front row. Dude, that is awesome. That is awesome. Hey, Pancake Boy. Hey, yeah, look, it was funny. Much love, Scott Larson. Hashtag Truth's coming back soon, too. We will keep you posted on more developments with that. And that's probably the show Ron will be at. I don't know. He'll be at Blue Eagle on Saturday. Blue Eagle. That's in South Carolina, ain't it? And it's got a stacked ass card. I might just be hanging out in the crowd. I don't know. You never know where I'm going to be. I don't know where I'm going to be. That's the great part of being me. Even I don't know where I'm at. Let's see here. Extreme Warfare is coming back to the Waxhaw Tap House. The Waxhaw crowds are always live and insane. I can remember about 300 people being outside right after it rained. The ground's a little soggy, but the beer was cold and they were happy. It was crazy. They are vicious fans out there. But that's March 15th for XWW Extreme Warfare. Then the 16th in Mooresville, North Carolina, XWW presents St. Patrick's Day Bash at King Canary Brewing. They are loading up the shows this year. There are shows everywhere. Look at the talent on this poster. You got Double A, Angel. Angel just got Bobby Ballantyne, Saeed Al-Sabah, Zay Vega, Rayhan, The Zenith, Cam Jackson, Little Panda, Brino Royce, Jordan Holt. It's crazy, man. It is crazy. AJ's here. Thomas Extreme's on here. K.O. Mari. Like, just stacking them. Stacking bodies. XWW March 22nd, Survival. I'm seeing Cam versus JD Drake. All right, then. That's going to be insane. And again, Battle of the Belts. This is Matthews. Let's see here. This is at the Cruise Rec Center. 4 o'clock showtime on a Saturday. It's just nuts. They announced a ton of shows coming up all in a row for the first like 3 months, first 4 months of the year. It's nuts. The XWW brass has gone insane with signing new shows and making new deals. It's been nuts. Manny and Jack Wiley and Cam Jackson will be hosting a WrestleMania watch party on the 7th in Charlotte. So be sure you check them out. Again, we're looking at Wrestle Revolution 2024. This is April the 12th at Lenny Boy Brewing. How many more do I have? Oh, April the 20th. This is the Matthews Cup at Small Bar. Jesus Christ. Guys are stacking. Who will win the tournament? They've got a tournament going on for the Matthews Cup. That will be Saturday, April 20th. More information to come as we get closer to the show. Catch up on comments and I'll move forward. Scotty Brooks, what's up? Not shit, man. I got tickets for Wrestling Evolution. Got a ton of friends to support on that card. Hell yeah, I don't blame you. The venue on the 16th is on Lake Norman. I'm hoping someone goes in the drink like those old WCW. Good God. Listen, bro. You know that there are still some people down here who talk about, matches where they've had a wrestling ring floating out in a pond or some shit. Man, I could tell you. It would be funny, but we'll see who goes. We'll see what happens. JD Drake and Alex Kane, they trying to hurt on Cam Jackson. Dude, it's crazy, ain't it? Alex Kane, I can't wait to see Alex Kane. One of our other indie local favorites is on TV right now. If I could see her for a second, I'd be able to tell you her name, but I can't see her. She's getting her ass kicked by Jordan Grace. Shit, I can't remember that girl's name to save my life. That sucks. If I can remember her name, I'll tell you. But she's fighting Jordan Grace right now on TNA. But it's one of our girls from here in the Carolina area. Ran roughshod over a bunch of people. Yeah, Savannah Evans. That's it. Thanks. See? That's teamwork. Teamwork broadcasting right there. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Definitely. All right, now back to what's coming up in the Indies. June the 1st, the Norton Lewis Memorial coming to you in Union County Rec Center, Union, South Carolina. We've got WCW legend Lodi. We have got Merc. The Outlaw Randy Wayne is coming out of retirement. And for the first time in this area being flown in from Vegas, Santana Jackson will be here and performing. Be sure you check it out. Now, I know we already talking about June and shit, right? Well, I'm going to go even worse. I'm going to tell you all about September, but I'm not just going to tell you about September. I got some footage to show you because this was just sent my way. By the way, don't ask me why I'm showing videos for September. Ask me why promoters aren't sending me videos for me to play for them for their shows. Actually, don't ask me because I don't know the answer to that. Ask the promoters why. Hey, man, why aren't you sending your videos to the Wrestling Wire so they're played on air? Because I'm getting ready to play a video for September. It's the middle of February. So, you guys check out this video. I'll be right back. already starting early, but there's also, well, there is another reason for this. I guess I get the video sent to me because of sponsorship opportunity. The Wrestling Wire did sponsor this event as well. There's other companies can get involved. Anybody can get involved. There is another podcast that's involved. I'll talk about them in a minute. Also, check it out. Jared Fritz will be reffing NWA's own. You already saw who we had on the card coming up at you. Landon Hale, the good doctor's coming in. I'm really excited to see him. If that's the match we get, that's going to be badass. The other show that did sponsor, or so far has been announced as sponsoring this Parade of Champions, was called Wrestling Road Stories. Be sure to give them a check out. There was a full write up done by Pro Wrestling Union with us, so that's badass. Remainder of the year for AWL looks like this because we've already been talking about March and June. We haven't talked anything about the April the 13th. But they've got July, September, and October all on tap as well. If you haven't made it out to the Welford Pavilion, you really owe it to yourself to come check it out at least once. Come see what all the hype's about. The first two shows and the last three shows at this point are all slated to be there. The Norton Lewis Memorial will not be there. It will be held in the Union Rec Center. So they'll have 5 shows, 5 chances for you to see the Welford Pavilion, which is an awesome place. Just to give you an idea, this is what it looks like when it's lit up at night. It's pretty badass. We are going to be announcing new episodes of The Legends of Wrestling, Our Link to the Past, coming up very soon. I think that just about covers it. I knocked out the show in a half hour. See, David says that I ramble and I go on tirades and everything else, but guess what? I just did the whole show, the 90-minute show in 30 minutes. You know, we do good work. Anyways, guys and ladies, thank y'all so much for being here. It's appreciated. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I hope to see you all this weekend. But if not, you know where I'll see you? I will see you at the Indies. Y'all take it easy.